Well, you have to look at your life in two ways. Either you're
Mhm.
job led or you're joy led.
But there's
And
no right or wrong, is there?
no, there isn't. It's your
Mm.
choice. At the end of the day, it's your choice. It's not a criticism. I just choose to take my time I have on this earth
Yeah.
to try to be not just a good person, but a person that can bring value to others without worrying about the end result.
Right.
Because I
Right.
know the end result will be there. And that's where people do not have the faith in themselves to realize.
To realize, okay, I see your angle.
Right?
I see that
So
angle. Yeah.
the difference between job led or joy led is one letter. And it's a world of difference in your life.
This is a very interesting approach of yours, Ted, because something just hit me. Can I hypothesize, therefore, that if I choose job led, then most likely I am grinding?
Yeah.
And I think
Right.
that's the dots that I connected there. So
Yeah.
this is really cool because a lot of people think that they work and the work is making them grind. I think that it's the choice of whether it's joy led or job led. If it's job led, clearly it's grinding. So
Yeah, it's grinding, it feels heavy, and you're reacting. It's reactive. Joy, on the other hand, feels intentional, and you're forward moving. And when you have that, a positivity comes around you. So you go back to the example you gave. That person is grinding versus with the mentality of being joy led. And again, for the audience, joy is not, hey, I'm just happy. This is what I'm doing. Joy is about your direction. That I know the value I'm giving to others, I will succeed at this. And my life, I'll define my purpose. I'll create greater value for myself and for others, and I'll find my freedom. You see, life was not meant to go work away. Life was not meant to be in monthly struggle every single month, trying to pay the bills. Yes, we got to go through some of that stuff. But at the end of the day, that doesn't have to be your direction. That doesn't have to be the island you're going to.
yeah, it's really, I like that because, I was just thinking of a farewell that we had gone for a sales exec, and he was on stage and he was retiring from sales at the old age of 42. He wanted to go to South Africa to the beach and buy himself a beach shack and just run it, which he does do today.
Yeah.
And I had a call with him to just see how things are going, and he's actually enjoying life. And while I was sitting in trying to convince him to come on to Sales Uncharted, he had 2 beers in front of me while chatting with me, and I was discussing with him, how is selling changed and stuff like that, and he was just telling me it's the same basic principles, Deepak. At the end of the day, when I was in sales, and he used some language that I want to share with you, Ted, he just said something very profound. He said to me, Deepak, I just laugh when people keep getting confused. It's very simple. I survived 108 quarters. He said, if you're measuring your time span in function of sales as a count of quarters, then that is grinding. That is just grinding because you've just created. Now, systems, discipline will set you free. But when your metrics are to survive, lurch from quarter to quarter, and you measure your success by how many quarters that we meet our forecasts and stuff. He just said that when he retired and when he started looking at the metrics, he actually realized count of the deals where the customer got massive boost up, he said, was a metric that he had never considered. And he was just telling me that, as you coach new people coming onto the block, can you tell them not to measure their performance in terms of time, in terms of how many hours they spent, but measure in terms of outcomes that matter.